Hello, this is Shantanu from Hindustan Times. Firstly, I want to start by congratulating you for the Grammy win. We were so euphoric and so excited when that happened. Tell me a little bit about how and what this recognition means to you as an artist.
Oh, it is. Thank you, Shantanoji. It's a pleasure meeting and talking to you. Oh, yeah. Grammys. It's like whatever you get in India is like very dear to me because that's from our hometown, right? So, but what Grammy is that we get to the world stage and get recognition, and which is really huge. And when it's Grammy, everywhere around the world it is recognized. Everybody knows about it. That's one thing that's yet to sink in.
Absolutely. Tell me a little bit about your decades-long collaboration with Shakti and how it has evolved over the years, if I may say so.
Yeah, for me, I've been as a young boy or something. I've been fortunate enough to be playing with Bikuji and also with who has been part of Shakti from the beginning, and with Zakir Bhai for the past 25 years, and with Selvaji also. Like we have been childhood friends, Selvaji and me. So and also Shankarji, and I've heard so much about Johnji, and so this is like Vikuji would record things in a small cassette, and then while touring with us, he'll play all the recording and say, "This is what Shakti's sound. This is what the music is all about," and Shakti, when you hear it, you're just hooked onto the music. It's so beautiful that it kind of absorbs you in, and from the moment that you listen to it, you're just hooked into it. Like, you love the music. There's so much energy and so much positivity in it. You can feel the positivity in it, and so that's the most beautiful aspect of Shakti's music. And to play, listen to that, that's one thing, but to play that with them on stage, it's another thing. It's like floating in heaven, like feeling the music, you drenching in the fantastic music of all of the great legends. It's just beautiful. I'm just fortunate. I think I'm really fortunate to be part of the band.
That's wonderful. I'm so surprised that you used the word positive to kind of describe how it makes you feel. Even I would say positive is a word that also resonates with me when I hear the music. And I'm curious to know because I read that the moment was created, conceptualized during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about that collaboration and that process that took place in such a tumultuous time. How was that experience?
We were all, you know what? I'll tell you one thing. Before the pandemic hit, actually, we were planning to tour Shakti in India, because what I think it was in 2018-19 that we did two concerts. One was in Kolkata and the other was in Singapore. So so after this happened, then the next year we were all supposed to tour the whole of India, and take it all up, So unfortunately, because of the pandemic, nothing happened. Everything was cancelled, and nothing was happening. So then one day, John G wrote a wrong message. So in that message, he said he would like to. He and Zakir Bhai talked about this, and they want to do they want to do an album, and he wants to talk about it, see how we can do it. So we were all in Zoom call, like in different parts of the world. So that's how it began. He put everything, whatever thoughts he had in mind, and Zakir Bhai said this is what it is, and we just then the compositions came one by one. It was all put together, and everybody sent their stuff to the others. It was all in the Dropbox, and then it was in the cloud, like everybody recorded, and it was all there in the drop boxes, and we just heard back and got the feedback, and then again mixed. I mean, it was a long process. You wouldn't believe the whole thing took about more than 1.5 years. I mean, we had nothing else to do, but even then, like it took 1.5 years, not touring, being at home, and even then, so it was, but it was a I think on hindsight, it's a beautiful journey. I mean, very fruitful journey for that, because last year we also toured with toured in Europe, and we had a lot of concerts in India. Then we toured the US very extensively, and after the album came out, so that was beautiful. After the album came out, we did the tour also, and it also culminated with the 50 years of Shakti. So that was one of the most beautiful things that happened.
Talk to me a little bit about how that celebration happened, if at all, about the 50-year mark. I'm very curious to know about that.
Yeah, it was all the same for Zakir Bhai and John G, because they were all having fun on stage, and that's what Zakir Bhai and that's what, like when you get on stage and play with these masters, you immediately become a student, and try to see what they are playing, how they are able to gel, and how they are doing it. And then every time they play, it's just like a revelation, like something reveals, and then you learn. So the chemistry between them, and how they egg the others to do better, so it's just beautiful, and it's just so miraculous to see John G play like this at this age. I can believe when people say how he was like when he was 40 or 50. So this 50-year tour was like, we did quite a few concerts in Europe, and then in America we did about 16, 17 concerts, all big shows, and you name it, we were playing in those theaters, the biggest ones, and it was just so much excitement. And we had beautiful opening acts when we had Bella Fleck, and then we had Jerry Douglas and others playing. It was John Scofield opening, and they just lifted the concert to another level. Like it was just fantastic feeling. And it was at that time I saw how Shakti affected people's lives, and how it has affected so many musicians. And it was just groundbreaking fusion band, because I remember Zakir Bhai telling me that when they first came up with this record, the CBS records, they didn't know where to fit it as a genre. It was not jazz, it was not Indian classical, it was not some African music, it was not, but it was something so different. So they were the ones who gave meaning. The Shakti is the one which gave meaning to the word fusion and world music and all that. So I think we were having a lot of fun.
That's so wonderful to know, really. I want to conclude this conversation by asking about whether you have any particular principle or any instinctual rule that you have always followed as an artist.
I always think of my spiritual guru and my music guru, my dad. I always think of them and I always think of them always blessing me, and it helps me a lot. That's what I do. And pray that whatever, because we create all the time, right? I mean, I just want to feel very good, and when you create, that you don't make a mistake or something, and then everything goes well. All of us play well, and the concert, it goes well with the public, and we are also happy doing the concert. So these are the very, very fundamental things I think about. That's all.
Thank you so much for doing this, and congratulations again.
Thank you, Shantanu ji. Thank you. Thanks a lot.